10 years ago, India cautiously welcomed the South China Sea Arbitration Award. Today, India openly supports the same verdict. Has India's foreign policy changed? Or has the geopolitical reality changed? And why does this matter for UPSC aspirants? Let's decode it. So, hello everyone and welcome to Mastoora IAS. Today we will discuss about this topic of has India's stance on the South China Sea verdict shifted after 10 years. So let's see about the news. So the South China Sea is one of the world's most strategically important maritime regions. Around one third of global maritime trade passes through these waters. It is rich in oil, natural gas, and fisheries. China, the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan have overlapping territorial claims. The issue returned to the spotlight because India recently reaffirmed support for the 2016 Permanent Court of Arbitration (PCA) award, leading many to ask whether India's position has become stronger over the last decade. So now let's see the background. What happened in 2016? In 2013, the Philippines approached the Permanent Court of Arbitration (PCA) under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea (UNCLOS). The tribunal ruled in 2016 that China's 9-dashed line has no legal basis under UNCLOS. Several disputed features are rocks on low tide elevations, not islands entitled to large exclusive economic zones (EEZs). China violated the Philippines' sovereign rights with its EEZ. Now, what is the China's response? So, China rejected the ruling. It called the award illegal and refused to accept or implement it. Now, what is the India's position then and versus now? So, India's position in 2016 was India issued a carefully worded statement, respected international law, resolved disputes peacefully, maintained freedom of navigation, and avoid directly criticizing China. This reflected India's cautious diplomatic balancing. Now, what is the India's position after 10 years? India has become much more explicit. India now publicly supports the 2016 arbitration award, calls the award legally binding, reframes the UNCLOS in the legal framework governing oceans, and supports peaceful settlement of disputes based on international law. And so the principle remains the same, but the diplomatic language has become significantly stronger. Now, why has India's tone changed? First, India-China relations have changed. After incidents like Doklam in 2017 and Galwan Valley clashed on 2020, strategic trust between India and China declined. Second, Indo-Pacific strategy. India today plays a much larger role in the Indo-Pacific. It actively works like Quad, ASEAN, Australia, Japan, US to promote a free, open, inclusive, and rules-based Indo-Pacific. Now, third point, the importance of international law. India itself has maritime interests in Indian Ocean region, EEZ protection, blue economy, and sea lines of communication (SLOCs). Therefore, supporting UNCLOS also protects India's long-term interest. Now, why is the South China Sea important for India? So, economically, a significant share of India's trade with East China passes through these waters. In our energy security, oil and gas shipments move through this route. Third is strategic importance. The South China Sea connects the Indian Ocean with the Pacific Ocean. Any instability can affect trade, shipping, supply chains, and regional security. Now, from the UPSC perspective, if you all see it, so from prelims, the questions can be asked from these topics. So the topics from where the questions can be asked, they are UNCLOS, Exclusive Economic Zone, Permanent Court of Arbitration, 9-dash line, and South China Sea. And from the mains DS second, topics include are India's foreign policy, international law, maritime security, Indo-Pacific strategy, and India-China relations. And from the GS, from the mains, it is related to GS paper third, possible dimensions, blue economy, maritime security, and global trade routes and strategic partnerships. The key takeaway is India's core principle has not changed. India has always supported the rule of law, peaceful dispute resolution, freedom of navigation, and UNCLOS. What has changed in India's diplomatic confidence and strategic clarity in expressing these principles? So, at the last, I just conclude my words by just saying that the South China Sea is not just about China and the Philippines, it is about whether international law or power politics will shape the future of the global maritime order. India's strongest support for the 2016 Arbitration Award reflects its commitment to a rules based international system and its growing strategic role in the Indo Pacific. For UPSC aspirants, this topic connects international relations, maritime security, UNCLOS, India's foreign policy, and Indo Pacific strategy, making it highly relevant for both prelims and mains. So, I hope you all like the way of my explanation and you all like this topic. So for further more details, you can join our Telegram channel. For the PDF of this topic, you can join our Telegram channel. The link is mentioned below in the description box. So thank you so much.